look at the history of the Enneagram and personality type, we have to start by answering a question very plainly. Did Gurdjieff teach a system of personality types using the Enneagram symbol? Yes, he did. And that's very clear. He had the Enneagram symbol numbered. He allotted different characteristics to different parts of the symbol. And throughout his material and the material of Ouspensky and the material of Maurice Nicole, the former disciple of Jung, that the material is there. One of the things that you have to realize, if you want to use the Enneagram, which sounds strange, to maintain power, because it's a very powerful symbol of discernment, often you don't make it too easy for people to understand. There is no doubt in my mind that those who are familiar with the Enneagram system actually didn't openly share it, because it was the basis of helping people grow. It was the way they actually discerned what was necessary in the life of a member of their community, what needed to be done to reach a higher level of personal transformation. Now, as I've said before, Gurdjieff's fundamental model is 3 essential types. I say 3 essential types because sometimes Gurdjieff separates the movement center from the instinctual center. And he believes that when people are exposed in their early life to too much rigid movement, too much being taught movement, somehow it's like a computer program. It overrides instinct and it overrides a higher level of intuition. But he said, for the sake of teaching it, especially using the Enneagram symbol, that it's best to think about 3 essential types. Now, from those 3 essential types, Gurdjieff divides these 3 types into another 3 divisions and 3 divisions again. And Gurdjieff says, ultimately, there are 27 variables. But obviously, we are going to concentrate on the 9 basic variables of Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff lived in Alexandropol. He was born in the 1870s. So he's very eclectic. He picks up ideas from Yazidism. He picks up ideas from that religious crossroad of Christianity, some of the heretical sects of Christianity, some Jewish thought, Islamic thought, and he throws that together with some of the new ideas from Russia on behaviorism. He throws that together with the ideas of Braid and Mesmer. This is very much an eclectic model that has been put together. Now, what often people are familiar with is a model of the Enneagram that came out in the early 70s from Oscar Escazo, who was a Bolivian who lived in Buenos Aires, who went to Gurdjieff in groups in Buenos Aires and put the model together. So he relied on this basic material that I'm giving you now. I've been a student of Gurdjieff for 20 years, both personally and academically. And I think it's really important that we realize that this is the basic teaching. The basic question of Gurdjieff is, how do we escape the Yazidi circle? Now, Yazidi circle, in the movie that Gurdjieff put together based on the book Meetings with Remarkable Men, he posed the problem. When a young Yazidi boy was put inside a circle that was drawn, the boy could not escape the circle. And the big question for Gurdjieff, how do we escape the Yazidi circle? And this is part of the mythology of Yazidism, which was a breakaway group from Islam, that we're all caught in this trap. It's almost the power of the serpent, that we're all caught in a repertoire of behaviors that we can't get out of unless there's some sort of external shock to break us out of this repertoire, that we are prisoners within the compulsive patterns that we have developed. And for Gurdjieff, this is the basic problem. It's what he calls the terror of the situation. How do we escape from this lopsidedness and create some unity within ourselves? When you get the Enneagram symbol, when you combine it with the 3 essential types of Gurdjieff, and you link that together with some of you may be familiar with the Gurdjieff dancing. He talks about affirming, denying, and reconciling. Affirming, denying, and reconciling. Some of us have spent our lives denying us, always feeling smaller than the external world. Some of us spend our lives affirming, but affirming all the time, trying to be bigger than the external world. And others of us are caught in the middle position, equipoise, trying to hold everything in tension. With the Enneagram symbol, the 3 essential types, and these 3 patterns, affirming, denying, and reconciling, we basically come up with the structure, almost the skeleton of what we will develop using the Gurdjieff material into the 9 types. The division of 3 essential types into 3 more types and 3 more types again.